I Right, this time of year, it's quite common. I don't know if you've had it before, where a tenant calls you and says, "Oh, I've got a damp problem in my property," and it's normally linked to condensation. Now, there's a big difference between damp and condensation, as you well know. When I managed 400 properties at my last company I worked with, I could guarantee that around sort of October, November time, I'd get about 50 calls from people telling me they had damp, even in flats on the first floor. And it's essentially, look, damp rises from the ground. It doesn't just appear in midair. And actually, what it boils down to is it's to do with lifestyle and how people are managing it. Now, this is a very tender conversation with people because they basically say, well, look, I wake up in the morning and there's water everywhere. There's mildew in the corner of the room. And there's a variety of reasons why this can occur to do with external walls, insulation at some points of bedrooms where it's not been insulated in the loft properly. So there are ways that you can improve it. But essentially, it's about trying to say to the client, look, it's not actually to do with the fact that my property has a problem. It's to do with the fact that you're not actually airing it. If you think that when you go to sleep, you're creating liters and liters and liters of moisture into the air, which is shut in, especially if you have your bedroom door shut, and it's got to go somewhere. And if you don't wake up in the morning and release that water, it's going to go onto the windows and the cold spots, the walls, and all of that sort of thing. And if you don't wipe it and clean it, it's going to turn black and go into a mildew, etc. Now we have a condensation guidance notes, which is there, which gives tenants a details of how they manage property, giving them information on the causes of condensation, giving them information on how much moisture they're actually producing, um, and ways of tackling the problem and how they deal with it. Now, if you're a landlord and would like a copy of this, feel free to just drop me a message or give me a call or drop me a text. Say to me, look, can you send that down to me as a PDF and I can forward that to my tenants. I would do it as a preemptive thing rather than waiting for it to be reactionary because it can just look like you're batching off something that isn't important. Whereas if you did it as a precautionary measure and sent it out to them early, it means that maybe they can stop the problem occurring as and when it does. Any questions on anything to do with property, feel free to give me a call. I hope you're well, and I'll speak to you soon.